Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I think I'm going to do a little single sheet painting, which I haven't done some of those in a while, and that's always fun. And I'm using the Hahnemühle 100% cotton watercolor paper, and it's a 9x12 pad. And I've just kind of split it into two pieces so I can work on the two pieces there. And I don't know where we're going to go today. We'll get a filbert down, like my Princeton filberts. But I did pull a color palette to experiment with. This is color palette 298 out of Color Cube Volume 2 by Sarah Renee Clark. And I have Volume 1 and 2, and I always have people ask me which do I like better. And I couldn't tell you why, but for some reason I do always tend to like number 2 just a smidge better, and I'm not sure why. I just tend to like the color palettes when I pull them out of there. It looks like I've done this one before, but that's okay. I know it because I got my little stamp that I stamped out of there. So that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to revisit a color palette. And so I've just pulled out warm gray on these black Blick matte acrylic paints. I've pulled out black for this other end. I've pulled out deep red, orange deep, and orange light. And my goal is not to be exact. I don't have to be exacty on these color palettes, but it does take the pressure off of the very beginning of where do you start. And I like having the color palette be where I start, because then from there I can expand and grow and do some more stuff. And so I'm kind of thinking just a little bit of play here. This is white gesso that I've also put down, and that'll just kind of mix some of these for me. And I'm just feeling old school abstract. Old school for me. You know, there's some things that you just always go back to because you love it, and some of these lovely abstract-y things are that for me. And I just like to play, and I usually start in the corners because then it stops me from putting my subject in the center, which is not a very interesting composition if everything's centered. But look at this color already. Oh my gosh, that color combo right there, gorgeous. Like, now I just want to stop and save that because holy moly, that is a beautiful corner. Oh my goodness, I mean, that right there, those are just pretty colors mixed together. Okay, you need those two colors, orange deep and red deep, and some white gesso kind of mixed in together. Oh my goodness, gives you the most delightful colors there. Oh, that right there made my day. Just getting that. Oh, just getting that. They're lovely. I like orange and red and pink together anyway, so that already was kind of speaking my paint language. I mean, holy moles, look how pretty those colors are. And we could take our bowl scraper, if you've got, you know, too choppy there with your painting, because sometimes, you know, I get kind of choppy as I'm using a smaller brush, and I could get a bigger brush, but I like this brush. You know, we could come back in here with our bowl scraper and kind of smooth some of that back out. Oh my gosh, that looks so good too. Yes, totally. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. And you can do clear gesso. I'm doing white gesso here with this because I like the variations that we get with the white gesso mixed in with the paint versus just clear gesso. So that's my own personal preference on that. Because some people say, well, why do you put the white in? But you just then get so many color variations than we were getting even before we added the white in, and I love that. That's my favorite. So just a preference of mine. There's no specific why do you do that other than I like it. So pretty. Now I just want to sit back and like admire these colors. Like, wow. Sometimes you sit down and you just surprise yourself at the delightful pieces that you end up with, and just the color here. I would totally photograph that, make it a texture for my photography textures if I was wanting to make a set of those, which I haven't been in the mood to make textures for photos in a long time, but this is exactly the kind of thing that you could photograph and digitize and add into your photography, and it would just be so lovely. Now I'm just adding some layers for some texture and some depth. Since I flattened it out when I did the bowl scraper, we're just kind of adding in lovely textures and stuff now. And I like that by mixing the colors in the brush and then just letting it kind of do some lovely things on the painting. Oh, this is so lovely. Oh my goodness, like this one, you know, if it makes you want to sing, you're on the right path, and I'm wanting to just belt out one for you here. Oh my goodness. That little section right there, I mean, I just don't even want to touch that. It's gorgeous. Okay, I'm loving that. I didn't get that gray in there right there, so I might get the gray in with some stencil work. What do you think about that? I'm thinking let's just throw that in there until I'm ready to go and wash that. I've got a bunch of stencil. These are all Stencil Girl stencils, ones that oh, you know what? I just used this in another layout for us, and I'm kind of feeling that right there too. We might be. I also got some flowers. These are just random ones that I've seen on their site that I loved, and I thought, ooh, let's try those out. I do like the double rainbows, but I don't feel like it's got a place in this. Oh, I do like the broken circle-y pieces. Ooh, I do like this one. Okay, I'm filling this one. Alright, we're filling this one. This one's S501 WOOLF. Wolf. Stencil Girl. And this one is S377 Missigman. I like those. Let's just look. I like these little waves, but I'm not really feeling that. We got some words. I like these circles. Just go have a look on their stencil pages and see. Okay, I like this random one. So let's say yes for the random one. And this one is, and I don't want to like undo everything I just did, but this one's Stencil Club 10 of 2016. So you have to be in the club to buy the Stencil Club ones. They're on that Stencil Club page, but then you can buy past months. Okay, let's stop there. I don't want to destroy what I've already done. At the same time, I do want to play a little. And I'm kind of feeling like maybe this is my little ink blending brushes that I like. And I'm just feeling like a little bit of this in here. Just in the same colors even, but to give us some texture and stuff. Oh yeah, see that right there? We didn't really change what we were doing, but we've added another element in there that's like super cool. Super cool. I mean, even if it's just kind of smashed into the paint, it looks cool. Okay, I'm loving that. I love it. I love it. Let's do this right here. Whoa. It's not looking for that to be a contrast. I'm just looking for that to be an interesting kind of mark making. Like you look in there and you think, what is that? That's what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. This is a definite favorite stencil. S377 Missigman. Favorite stencil. I love that one. Okay, so I did say I was going to add some gray in. Let's just use the same brush. And let's just see if I add a tiny bit of this in. Will we like it? Let's just start right here. Just a tiny bit. Oh yeah, that's fun. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I went back to this. This is so fun. I hadn't done a little twofer like this in a while, and then I go back and I'm like, oh, I should do more of these. They're so fun. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is again another like faves, S501 Wolf. Super fun. Don't want to add like any little dot here. I feel like I do. Let's just use the same brush. I'm just piling it in, and then I just wash these out in the sink with a little bit of brush soap. Oh yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, yes. Can we say yes? I know it. I just get so excited when it's working out. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, that could have been too much, but I still like it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, just throw that in the water. So this is just a fun one. Stencil Club 10 of 2016 by Mary Beth Shaw. Okay, those are fun. Now, do we need any extra little mark making? I need to dry this off real quick. Okay, I kind of feel like maybe, and I'm glancing back at my original color palette, we didn't add any black. And so now I'm kind of thinking, does it need some black, something to kind of finish this off? And just gonna look through my little stencils here. That could still be wet, but that's okay. We're gonna set it carefully. Some of these pages I know you can't see, but oh, you know what? That might be fun, like some corrugated cardboard. Got the big words. Let's see what's over here. We got, ooh, you know, this could be fun. This one actually comes out super cool on a piece that I did before. Just kind of do a little walk through thinky here. Oh, these could be cool too. This kind of seashell looking one. I'm kind of wanting something flowery without going back to the one that I've been using a bunch of because I love it. I love it. Okay, so lots of good choices here. Ooh, that one's kind of fun. Maybe we could do, I don't know. Am I feeling that one? I don't know if I'm feeling that one today. See, that one's kind of fun. I am thinking maybe, let me stew on this for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, this stencil's kind of weird, and at the same time, I'm kind of liking it. And this is a Stencil Club stencil from 3 of 2024 by Walker. And whatever this is on this side, I don't know why, but I'm kind of liking it. Maybe not like for the whole piece, but maybe like a little piece coming in. And I don't know that I want it in like black, but maybe I do. Or maybe I want black with some gray. Like, maybe we'll turn that gray. Okay, oh my gosh, I'm kind of scared because, you know, I really like, so let's look and see which one do we like the best. I mean, I don't know, they're kind of even there. I like them both. Oh my goodness, now I'm a little bit scared because I like this thing. Okay, you know what, just be brave. It is what it is. It's just paint. It's just paper. Might have been a complete and total mistake, but I didn't want it over the whole thing. And I'm sure I've covered up pieces that I thought, oh, I love that, I don't want to cover it, but I'm sure I've covered it up, so I just can't worry about it. Oh, yeah, okay, that's very interesting. I'm kind of liking like whatever this is here coming through the corner. Okay, this is not a, oh, that's very interesting, actually. I like that. I like whatever this is. All right, so because I like whatever that is, maybe I'll add some of that into this one. I've just gotten to where I have learned to let go and not be so precious about my art pieces that I'm creating. And that really gives me, that letting go gives me a huge peace of mind for painting and not being so hard on myself and not getting upset when I don't create some masterpiece. And in being able to do that, now I'm not afraid to explore, because this is definitely exploring here. going down a road using a stencil or an idea. Okay, you know what that looks like? Just gives me a chance to do a stencil or an idea that I never would have done before, because before I would have been too afraid and I'd want to mess that up. Okay, so now that I've given you a moment to look at that, tell me if that doesn't look like a tennis shoe print, like the bottom of your tennis shoe. You're not going to be able to unsee that now, are you? Oh my gosh, it's totally the bottom of a tennis shoe. I can see it now. And you see how much fun we have as we play and discover craziness like this. Okay, like that was that's the bottom of my shoe. I mean, tell me you don't see that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, this was fun, and I think we could add some other contrast in there, but I'd kind of like to see what we got. So I'm gonna peel the tape and just check out what we got here. I'm not gonna be able to unsee my tennis shoe now, though. That's hilarious. I wonder if that's what the bottom of that was. I don't even remember getting that. As I was looking and thinking, I'm like, hey, here's one I've never used. I mean, that's kind of a goal too when you make your art. Make that a goal of yours to think, okay, what one thing have I never used? Kind of using this piece today. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, that's pretty cool, actually. In a different kind of way, in a way that I wasn't even going today. All right, let's just center that right there. Right about there. Oop, I must have had paint on the bottom of this thing. All right, every once in a while you have to clean the bottom of, I think I had pastels. I think that might have been pastels. Every once in a while, clean the bottom of your cutter if you're working with a lot of things like powders and stuff. And then if you do get something on your piece that you're like, oh no, if you'll get one of these, either like the kneaded eraser, got a couple of them up here that I've squished together apparently, or these white kind of erasers. I've got several of them. This high polymer kind of eraser. You can usually come back and just get off anything that might have been like a powder substance or like that. And then I just like to brush those off with a brush rather than my hand, and then that will get off any weirdo powder that you might have had on your cutting thing like I just had. I think the last thing I cut with that was some pan pastel pieces. So anything with a substance that'll transfer to your cutting thing, make sure you clean those off every once in a while. Okay, so that was actually super fun and cool that we tried a stencil that we've never tried before. Actually kind of cracks me up, and I'll laugh at this every time I see it, which is kind of a joy in itself, that I'm thinking, look, I stepped on it with my shoe. Too funny. Oh my goodness. Hope you enjoyed painting with me today and seeing where we got on this color challenge, and I will see you guys next time.